There's a question from the sisters. My husband doesn't love me. What should I do?
Your husband doesn't love you, what should you do? Okay? Okay. Alright, how are we going to answer this? Your husband does not love you, you sure? Okay, I'll tell you something. Men are a bit dry, and women will agree on that. Men are a bit dry and women are very emotional. And this is something that I always find to be a problem amongst the brothers and sisters, as I do a lot of marriage counseling, that you find the female is very emotional and she's emotionally driven and the man is always dry, And this is a problem. That's why we always ask every party to come to an agreement, okay? If you are too emotional, then reduce from your emotion. And if you are too dry, increase your emotion. And let us come to a, one level that both of us can agree. SubhanAllah, marriage life is a beautiful life if you make it beautiful, and can be disastrous if you make it disastrous. And unfortunately, if we do the right thing by our spouse or partners, then we have a happy life. Unfortunately, you find that one party always demands more than what they give. Okay? One party wants to take and doesn't want to give. And then you find the other party is forced to give always and not to take. And Islam teaches us to balance. There's a day that I give and there's a day I take. There's a day that I can speak and there's a day I keep quiet. And there's a day that, I take and there's a day that I give. So we need to balance that life. And one of the problems that we find amongst our Muslim youth, or in general, I'm not going to just say Muslims, but even in general in the Western countries, that you find a lot of young men or a lot of men get married and they move into a marital life, but they want to continue living a bachelor life in a marital life, which doesn't even make sense. They want to continue to have that freedom they had before their marriage without anyone asking them where you've been, where are you, how come you don't ask about me, I don't want this marriage life, and that's why it ends up to a broken life. We need to train our youth to know and take responsibility in marriage. Marriage is a responsibility. Marriage is a responsibility, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah did not describe a responsibility as great as He described the responsibility and the contract and the covenant of marriage. Allah describes it as mithaqan ghalidha, a firm, just, strong covenant, contract. Allah describes the marriage contract as a very, very firm and a very, very important contract, which means that we need to take responsibility when we get married. So your husband doesn't love you. I don't think so. He doesn't love you, but maybe he's not expressing it, and he probably needs to take some courses in being more romantic or something. Okay.
The show.